Pluto comes in with a super chat. Let's acknowledge Pluto. Thank you so much, dude. Greatly appreciated. Says, would you guys entertain a trade for Amari Cooper? I'll be honest.
Interesting.
I had not considered that. Let me just pull up what his contract is. I'm really like,
that's
I'm
exactly
all
what
on
I'm
board
doing
with
right
Davante
now.
Adams. So like Davante is kind of where my head's at. So we'll talk about Davante after we talk about Cooper. So if traded, he's got no cap hit if you're the New York Jets. I don't think the Browns could realistically trade him. He would have a massive dead cap hit. They'd eat an additional $22 million worth of dead cap. Like, he's on their books next year for $22 million and he's not under contract. That's his cap number before his dead hit. So it's going to be even worse when his signing bonus. I don't even think they can trade him. I don't think that's
the Browns have right now. They have $45 million in cap space, but that is preemptive. They need to save and roll over as much money as they can because of the
Watson
disgusting, awful Deshaun Watson contract that they have to do every year. So
if you guys don't know what the Deshaun Watson contract ultimately works out to be, next year in 2025, his cap hit is $73 million. His cap hit the following year, $73 million. His cap hit the year after that when he's not on the team, $27 million. So if they start moving money in, they'll be able to clear probably like $45 million realistically.
Yeah, that's what they've been doing is they convert that base salary into a signing bonus. So the cap number comes down. However, the cash still goes out. So they are in essence they're in a, although the numbers look good, they're in a horrible situation with their financials, Cleveland. So yeah, I don't know how they can make that work. I don't know if Amari Cooper can get traded. It's an interesting one, that's for sure. It's a name that haven't really thought about. I mean, he's another 30-year-old guy in the last year of his deal, so he's got a couple years less than Davante Adams. However, the reality is that I think his skill set is probably too similar to Mike Williams, whereas Davante is a little bit more dynamic still. Forget about the the relationship and trust that's built within A-Rod and Davante. I don't know, man. I still don't think Davante's coming.
What
I
do
hate
you
to
make
sound
about
like
the comments from yesterday? Pierce saying, some people made a business decision. You got Davante sitting on the sideline, like all sort of pouty at halftime. Then his comments after the game were kind of like, if we're not, we're just going to be wasting our time and wasting our, energy or whatever if we're not doing things the right way. Like, it just doesn't seem like they're in a good spot there in Vegas with him.
I don't think it was him necessarily they were talking about.
I agree.
I know
I do agree with that.
a lot of people were, ballyhooing about those comments, and they showed a couple times where Jack Jones, a cornerback, just kind of slows up, and people were just not giving. Once the game was out of hand, it looked like you could tell the heads were sunk and the shoulders were drooping and so on and so forth. So I don't know if it's necessarily Davante Adams that he was talking about. Davante Adams is from, he's a West Coast kid, man. So it probably would take a lot. It would probably take a serious bomb to drop in Las Vegas for him to move out of what's comfort and what's home to get him all the way across the country, so on and so forth.
You think so?
I don't know if the allure. I don't know if the allure. Yeah, I don't know if the allure of playing for Aaron Rodgers can kind of take you from uprooting your family from where they're now with their family in a tax-free, no income tax state in Nevada. I don't know. Like that, I'll believe it when I see it. And listen, I'm not going to be upset about it if it happens.
So how about this? What about if the Jets and Davante come to an agreement and they say, hey, we'll send you over here. We want the 1-year rental. We don't want you to rework your deal. We want you to ball out with us for this season. Let's go all in, push the chips in. You're going to have a great season with us. You're going to have a shot at a ring, and we'll let you walk at the end of the season. You go sign a mega deal wherever you want to sign after that. Right? Because then you don't necessarily have to move for 6 months. Like you could do kind of like a temporary sort of thing.
Yeah, but then I don't think you can bring him on without reworking, because then I mean, I'm assuming yeah, but 17, or they have close to 20 million, but 15 of that is committed to Hassan Reddick, right?
He's going Hassan Reddick. That's if he's not part of that trade. I think you would definitely send him over in that trade at this point, because then at least they could re-sign him. Like, I could see the Raiders saying, "Hey, Hassan Reddick is a valuable player. Rather than us just getting a pick from any other team, let's get a valuable player. Plus, maybe it's a second round pick instead of a first round pick, or maybe the conditions are slightly, favorable to the Jets in whatever the pick escalates to." Like, I don't think you keep Reddick on this team. I don't think he's going to play at all for us. I think he comes in the last 6 games of the season and just tries to, like, not accrue an extra year. But his fines are up to $8.3 million, which means it's 1 year, $7 million for him right now if he were to come back and play.
What's up, guys? Matt O'Leary from Talkin' Jets. If you liked that video, please make sure to subscribe and follow for more New York Jets content.